Welcome to Brainrot Digest, your late-night guide to the weirdest corners of the internet. Tonight, we're diving into the shadowy web archives to uncover 10 websites so creepy, cursed, or psychologically scarring. Users swore never to return. Some are urban legends. Others? All too real. Proceed at your own risk. 1. Heaven's Gate website. Yes, it's still online. Created by the infamous Heaven's Gate cult before their mass suicide in 1997, this website remains untouched, like a digital tomb. With its pixelated UFOs, ancient fonts, and eerie message of leaving Earth behind to reach a higher evolutionary level, it feels like time stopped the moment tragedy struck. Even creepier? It's still maintained by anonymous members, answering emails from curious visitors. Despite being an artifact of the early internet, the site feels strangely alive. Links still work. Text still updates occasionally. And buried in its pages are hints that the cult's mission never ended, only paused. Some users claim they've emailed the listed contacts and actually gotten responses, which opens up a whole new layer of unsettling. To this day, the website remains untouched, a digital tombstone frozen in time. But some users claim it's more than a relic. A few report receiving strange emails after submitting messages through its still functioning contact form. Others claim the site's HTML code once included coordinates to desert locations or hidden links that mysteriously vanished. Whether these were pranks or something more sinister, one thing's for sure, this isn't just a page in history. It's a ghost that still answers. 2. Zalgo text generators. At first glance, Zalgo text just looks like corrupted Unicode, glitchy letters that seem haunted. But Zalgo isn't just a font glitch. It's a meme-turned entity from early creepypasta lore. He comes, they say, when text becomes unreadable, when the world breaks. Numerous websites offer tools to generate Zalgo text. But users have reported browser freezes, weird pop-ups, and even emails showing up later filled with Zalgo script. Others claim their entire system became unstable after generating too much Zalgo. Whether it's mass hysteria or true malware lurking in these scripts, Zalgo's presence is deeply unnerving. And then there's the lore. Deep in obscure forums, old posts claim Zalgo is more than an internet meme, he's an entity awakened by chaos in language. Some say repeated use of the generator calls him forth, especially if the glitched text is copied and pasted repeatedly. A few swear they saw subtle changes in the code, as if the generator learned from their inputs. Others believe it's just another creepypasta. Until they start seeing Zalgo in their dreams. 3. PlaneCrashInfo.com Final Words. This site collects the final words of passengers and pilots from real airplane crashes. Yes, you read that right. Typed in chilling transcriptions, you can scroll through desperate maydays, tearful goodbyes, and heartbreaking last moments before impact. Some call it morbid curiosity. Others say it offers perspective. But many who visit say they couldn't sleep afterward. The emotional weight of each entry, paired with cold technical data, hits like a brick wall. One particularly disturbing page lists the final words of a pilot calmly reporting, "We have no control. We're going down." Then silence. What truly haunts users, though, is the raw humanity in the final words. Messages that speak of love, regret, or silence in the face of death can stay in your head for weeks. Some frequent visitors even describe developing phobias of flying after just a few reads. Others say they revisit the site obsessively, not out of morbidity, but from a need to feel connected to something painfully real. It's less a website, and more a memorial of unresolved terror. 4. Thisman.org. In 2006, a psychiatrist claimed multiple patients across the world had seen the same man in their dreams, a man no one could identify in real life. Thisman.org was created to collect these accounts and spread awareness. But once the site launched, people began reporting something even more bizarre. They too started dreaming of him. With wide eyes, bushy brows, and a faint smile, this man became an internet virus of the mind. Redditors shared eerily similar dream sequences. Some said he whispered things to them. Others claimed he appeared behind them in mirrors, even after they woke up. Whether this was a viral marketing stunt or a mimetic curse, the website has become infamous. It includes a disturbing sketch of the man's face, reported sightings, dream logs, and language-translated accounts from dozens of countries. Critics think it's just a creepy pasta with great SEO. Believers think the website spreads a psychological contagion. Either way, once you've seen his face, it's hard to forget. Reddit threads now track users' dream journals post-visit. A disturbing number report shared details: a crumbling room, a ticking clock, the same whispered phrase, "Don't forget me." Some believe the image acts as a psychological suggestion, embedding itself like a virus. Others think the story is fabricated, yet admit they now dream of the man anyway. Even skeptics agree, the uncanny valley effect of his expression lingers long after the browser tab is closed. Before moving on to our next chilling websites, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more dark stories every Monday and Friday. 5. Blindmaiden.com. This Spanish-language website became the subject of terrifying urban legend in the early 2010s. According to the lore, if you visit blindmaiden.com exactly at midnight with the lights off and alone, you'll be able to experience real horror. When accessed properly, the story claims, you'll lose control of your screen as images of disfigured victims flash before your eyes. Then a woman with hollow sockets, known as the Blind Maiden, appears and stares at you through your screen before dragging you into the website forever. Some claim it ends with your reflection no longer matching your movements. Of course, most people visiting the domain now find either an error message or a harmless redirect. But deep in creepypasta forums, stories persist of people who allegedly access the real site through the dark web or country-specific VPN settings. The fear isn't that the site doesn't exist, it's that it might. And you just haven't found the right conditions to summon it. What makes it worse is the community built around the myth. Entire YouTube channels claim to have captured footage from the real Blind Maiden encounter, showing corrupted screen recordings and distorted screams. Comment sections become fever swamps of believers, trolls, and people who swear they saw something moving in the reflection of the screen. Urban legend or not, blindmaiden.com remains a digital campfire horror story that refuses to die, and maybe that's the scariest part. 6. Chez St. John's official site. Chez St. John was a fictional character created by the late Eric Fournier. The website, chezastjohn.net, features grotesque, low-res videos of Chez, a mannequin-faced woman with jerky movements and disturbing makeup, performing bizarre skits and rituals. What makes it cursed isn't just the content, but how it feels. Videos autoplay. Pages break normal navigation. The color scheme burns your eyes. And the more time you spend on the site, the more it messes with your sense of time and reality. Some users described falling into a trance or getting migraines. After Fournier passed away, the site went offline, but fans keep resurrecting mirrors, often embedding corrupted or glitchy versions of the original content. Even YouTube re-uploads feel wrong. You don't watch Chez. She watches you. More disturbingly, some users reported strange dreams after binging Chez's videos, including one where Chez whispers her name into their ears and asks them to put on their pretty face. The blend of surreal humor, body horror, and glitch aesthetics has led some to compare the site to a form of digital liminal space, where logic breaks down and something other waits to seep through. Chez may be fictional, but her impact feels uncomfortably real. 7. A858. A Reddit user named u/A858-45F56D9BC9 started posting incomprehensible strings of hexadecimal code on a subreddit called r/A858. For years, the posts came daily, long chains of characters that no one could decode. Redditors formed entire communities to crack the cipher. Some made progress. Others got obsessed. Then, suddenly, the account stopped posting. Months later, it came back with a post that simply read, "You've come this far. We're watching." The subreddit was briefly made private. Anyone who tried to ask about the messages would have their posts removed. Some believe it was an ARG. Others think it was a government backchannel. But for most people, it became a black hole for their sanity. One user claimed they were thinking in hex after weeks of trying to solve it. The r/A858 subreddit still exists, frozen in time, a graveyard of broken minds. Some Redditors claim to have spent years deciphering fragments of the code, only to receive private messages warning them to stop. One user even claimed a string of hex led to GPS coordinates in the Nevada desert, though nothing was found there. Or so they say. To this day, cryptographers still debate whether it was an elaborate social experiment or something far more secretive. But those who go too deep often disappear from the discussion entirely. 8. StaggeringBeauty.com. This site looks innocent enough, a wiggly, animated worm that moves when you shake your mouse. But keep shaking, and suddenly, the screen explodes into flashing colors, shrill sounds, and disturbing imagery. It's basically a digital jump scare wrapped in disguise. What makes it cursed isn't just the shock, it's that many users claim they saw something personal in the flash, a photo of themselves, a familiar sound, or fragments of text they recognized. Others said their browser crashed or that their webcam turned on for a split second. Of course, it's likely just paranoia. But once you expect it to react, the anticipation itself becomes unnerving. Some people can't bring themselves to reopen the site. And for some users, the experience doesn't end with the site. They report system crashes, strange browser behavior, or the sound from the site continuing even after they've closed it. One urban legend claims if you visit it exactly 13 times in a row, something changes, the figure morphs into something else, something aware. While likely untrue, the rumor alone is enough to make people hesitate before hitting that URL again. It's a psychological game, and the site always wins. 9. Death Date Calculator. There are dozens of these across the internet, websites that claim to calculate the exact date of your death using your birthday, habits, and lifestyle. Seems silly. Until it feels too accurate. Many users report eerily specific results, death within days or a predicted cause that later happened. Others say the date never changes, no matter how many times they retry. Some claim when the day comes, they experience near-fatal accidents or moments that could have killed them. There's no science here. Just data entry and dark psychology. But if you believe in manifestation, these calculators might do more harm than good. The creepiest stories come from those who tried to change their results. Some claim no matter what data they enter, new birthday, healthier habits, even a different name, the death date remains the same. One person even said the site showed their date of death as yesterday, and their phone crashed immediately after. Another swears the site showed them a specific time and place, and weeks later, they were hospitalized in the exact spot. Real or not, it plays on one of the deepest fears, knowing too much about your own end. 10. ObeyTheWalrus.com. This video-based site hosts one of the most disturbing clips on the internet, a surreal remix featuring a dancer with a physical disability set to a warped children's song, followed by unsettling footage of a dancing walrus puppet. Originally from a 1970s awareness film, the clip was later edited to resemble a curse tape, think The Ring but glitchier. The site is minimal, just the video, on loop, with hidden commands that sometimes cause it to restart randomly or freeze on certain frames. Users have reported hallucinations after watching it late at night, claiming the puppet's eyes move or that it appears in other browser tabs. Once you watch it, it's very hard to forget, even harder to unsee. Internet archivists say the site has changed over time, that early versions had different video endings, some involving flashing symbols or distorted faces only visible when slowed down frame by frame. Conspiracy theorists speculate it was used as a test site for digital hypnosis or desensitization experiments. While there's no proof, some visitors say they experience sleep paralysis after watching. Whether coincidence or curse, Obey the Walrus remains a site where horror and curiosity mix. And not everyone leaves unaffected. The internet was supposed to connect us, to inform, entertain, and bring the world closer. But buried beneath social feeds and search engines is a shadowy realm. A place where pixels whisper, and hyperlinks lead to places you wish you hadn't found. These cursed websites aren't just legends or creepypasta, they're proof that even in the digital age, we still fear the unknown. Whether it's a cryptic message board that never stops posting, a glitched out webpage that remembers your name, or a viral video that leaves you uneasy for days. The web has its haunted corners. And once you peek into them, they tend to stare back. So the next time someone sends you a strange link in the middle of the night, or you find yourself on a website with no clear exit button, maybe close the tab. Or maybe click through. Just don't say we didn't warn you. Thanks for watching Brainrot Digest. If your curiosity isn't cursed yet, hit that subscribe button and let's dive even deeper into the digital abyss. Until next time, stay safe, and clear your browser history. Like, subscribe, and join us next time on Brainrot Digest, where nightmares get a signal boost. Good night.